Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a bit of a run through on what it's like to prep while here in the UK to becoming a digital nomad. So I'm going to take you through a couple of different clips. This is filmed over the space of a couple of different weeks, really breaking down what the steps we've taken to take our lives from what it is here in the UK to what our life will become in Bali, visiting one of the most beautiful places in the world and getting to enjoy sights like what you're seeing on the screen just now. But this is the boring bit. This is the bit that no one really talks about, the life admin that needs to happen for me to be able to pack up everything and leave the country for at least 3 months. If you're somebody thinking about starting your digital nomad journey, this is the video for you because you will be figuring all this shit out just like I am and can kind of use what I'm coming up with as a little bit of a guide. Alternatively, if you're already on your journey, you're there, you're in Bali, you're in Thailand, wherever you may be, this might be a little bit nostalgic for you to hear what it's like to have that kind of buzz and excitement ready to go on my first ever nomad trip. So I'm going to shut up now and hand over to a past me that's going to show you some different breakdowns of exactly what I'm doing to be able to pack my life up and move to Bali. This was the first thing that I did when we talked about actually moving to Bali for longer than kind of a couple of weeks. I think initially the plan was we would do a 4-week stint. So, I mean, we're a little bit on from this point, but I just wanted to show you the kind of things that we had to consider. And I will say this is all like the main stuff, right? This is the stuff that needed writing down and consideration. But there was so much more to this move that we just didn't even keep track of because it didn't occur to us until much later, or that it was just, a bog standard thing we knew we were going to have to do. The number one thing that I really want to talk about is visa. So you can see here, there were two options that we had, B211a or VOA. To break this down really simply, the best place to get details about the different types of visas are actually agencies that offer visa services. Like this one is a full article about the difference between what is a VOA and what is a B211a visa. Basically, a VOA just stands for visa on arrival. This is something you just pick up at the airport, you pay for it, and it's a 30-day visa that you can extend for another 30 days. So you get maximum 60 days in Bali. If you want to stay for longer, you can purchase a B211a visa. This is like a business visa from the details that I've read about it, but it seems as though this is used pretty regularly for people who want to stay for 6 months or so. And you can see here, you get initially 60 days that you can extend 4 times. When I was looking into this, I will say it was so much more expensive to go down the B211a route. And because we're only going to Bali for 90 days, it just actually made more sense to go down the route of this visa on arrival. So what we're doing is going to Bali for our first 30 days and an additional 30 days on the same one visa. Then we are going to do a quick little stop off tour to Singapore. We're doing about 3 or 4 days in Singapore so that we can come back to Bali for our final 30 days with our visitor on arrival visa. So that's the route I chose to go down. I know there's lots of options. I know people have opinions about this concept of like visa runs, they call it. But honestly, we're not trying to exploit a system at all. We are only doing this because we are just very, very slightly over the max. And if we were to do the B211a visa, we are way under the maximum for that. And it's going to mean that it's just going to cost us a lot more money than necessary. So it's a better option for us and to make sure that we are actually going to be able to stay in Bali correctly. I'm so excited because I've just been round to my mum's house and my new passport has arrived. Now it is ugly. The old ones were like a burgundy colour. And now because of Brexit, we're looking at black passports. But yeah, it's well fancy. Like all the inside is all strange and new. This is the sort of stuff I was talking about when I said there's boring admin things that you have to sort out to become a digital nomad. My passport had up until May 2023 on it, and you need 6 months minimum on your passport from the date that you leave the country that you're going to. So because I'm planning on leaving Bali in the end of November, that's not quite 6 months. So I had to update my passport, and to make sure that if we do want to go away again next year, like my passport is done and sorted. But there's been a massive delay here in the UK because of the pandemic, and nobody put in passport applications because you couldn't travel anywhere. That loads of people have realised now this summer that their passport was expired and they wanted to go on holiday. So there's been this massive delay, and it was supposed to take 10 weeks for my passport to come, but it actually was here in 3 weeks, which is brilliant news and just takes that bit of stress off, because this was due to come end of August and we're leaving in the beginning of September. So I was getting stressed about the concept that it was going to be 10 weeks plus for my passport to come, and we've got about 11 or 12 weeks until we're going. Okay, welcome back. I am just about to start a day full of errands. So we are today going to get vaccines. We are also going to get some cash, because the best conversion on cash is like in the main city in Cardiff, not by where I live in Bridgend. We are going and doing all of that today, and we also need to start taking apart furniture. So we are like selling as much of our stuff as we can and gifting, and we're donating anything that's not in good enough condition to sell. So I have just left to go to a meeting, and Josh is at home kind of packing and starting to get that stuff sorted, because I'm not kidding, it's crunch time. And the thing that I've always been the most nervous about is moving. Having to pack up a house and like start again stresses me the fuck out, if I'm honest. I was trying to be polite there, but no, there's no other words than stresses me the fuck out. So he's helping, he's been great actually. When I'm working, he's pretty much like tearing rooms apart. What's turned out in a really nice like turn of events, we had thought we were going to have to pay for a storage unit, but actually my mum has a like spare, she's almost like a garage at the back of her house that a friend of theirs was using to store furniture when they moved. So we've realised that like that should be plenty big enough for us to put our stuff in there and know that like it's all safe, it's all secure, and we don't have to get rid of as much stuff as we thought we were going to have to now because of that. So we can keep our bed, we can keep like all of these little things that we thought we were going to have to get rid of. Okay, so it's been a good few hours. I didn't vlog anything else because it's been like so rushed. My meeting I thought would finish at like 12, and it was actually such a good meeting. I ended up being there for 2 hours plus. So when I got home, it was literally a case of just like getting back in the car and zooming to our session. We had so many more injections than I thought we were going to have. So when we actually went to this thing today, the nurse there was saying like, because we've only ever had our NHS vaccinations, our tetanus, our polio and our diphtheria are all expired. So we needed those. Or she recommended we got those, especially because we're going to be traveling again next year. It just makes sense to get them. But then also a Hep A and typhoid jab. So that was the one that I was kind of banking on. And then we had a rabies vaccination as well. It's like much smaller needle, it's under the skin, it kind of looks like a mosquito bite when it goes in, and we have to go and get that topped up a couple of times too. So we have 2 more appointments booked for further vaccinations. And the more I'm going into this process of like becoming a digital nomad and all of this nonsense, like I'm just realizing it's way more complicated than you imagine, because I thought we'd be in and out today and we'd be good to go and we wouldn't need to worry about it. But now we've got 2 more appointments that we've got to go back to. And not only that, like we were going today to Cardiff. I thought, while we're here, let's go to one of the bigger currency exchange companies, because where I am, there's only really like Tesco's, Asda or the post office, and the rates in those 3 places aren't the best. So we went to a like full-on currency converter, and we couldn't even get currency because it had to be ordered in. But I'm not surprised now that I think about it. Of course, they don't keep everything on hand. It's not as a common of a place to go and all of this sort of stuff. But I really, like, I wasn't expecting so many of these just like small little errands that I thought would be quick and easy are a little bit bigger than I anticipated. But it's fine, we've got it all booked. It just means that when we go back up there for the next set of vaccines, we'll pick up the cash that we've ordered today. I feel like this kind of sounds like I'm complaining, and that's not my intent. This is the stuff that people never talk about when I watch these diaries of people being digital nomads. It usually starts on like the day they arrive, and it's why I wanted to film this stuff. It's nuts to be about a month away from moving and going to the other side of the world with a suitcase. I do just want to like drop off as well and say, if anybody's watching this and they've gone through the process already, my last video about this, a couple of people commented saying like that they were a few years in on their nomad journey already. If you're still around, if you're watching this, give me tips. Comment below what to do, what to know, especially if there's anyone who's like been to or is in Bali and you have any suggestions. I would love to hear it. I'm not pretending to like know everything right now. We're just blindly stumbling through and figuring it out. We are just on our way for our next round of rabies vaccines. We literally have to drive half an hour, like 45 minutes away for the nearest clinic to get it sorted. We came just over a week ago to get our first one. Now we have to get a second. The other thing that we're doing while we're up here is picking up some currency. We ordered it last time that we came up for our vaccines, and now it's pickup time, and I'm actually so excited to put my hands on like Indonesian money. There's going to be 3.1 million that we're picking up, which is absolutely insane. It's only about £200 worth of IDR, it's called, Indonesian rupiah. So first off, excuse the wet hair, it's completely irrelevant, you don't want to hear it. What you do want to hear is an update about my digital nomad journey. We are officially 2 weeks away from move out of the house and 4 weeks away from flights. We are less than a month. Today is the 4th of August, my mum's birthday, and we are flying on the 2nd of September. So we have officially hit the 1 month countdown, and this is the exciting bit. Like, we've had jabs done, we've had all these updates. We're going to get my international driver permit to be able to ride a scooter in Bali, and this is like crunch time, honestly. So just quick, if I show you my living room, we are like almost fully packed to get everything out of this house. So I have boxes literally right in front of where I sit and work every day. My clients have no idea that I'm about to move out and that all of this stuff is happening. I have like a shelving unit from upstairs that is down here ready to go, more boxes. I'm just trying to be prepared. My biggest concern with all of this is that I don't want to get to 2 days before we have to be out of the house and like panic packing everything. So instead we've done everything early and now we have like no stuff. You can literally see we have like washing hanging inside because all the access to our radiators are blocked off by like boxes and stuff, and it's just a bit of a riot in this house right now. I'd rather have more movement now and then be stuck living in a bit of a weird situation for a couple of weeks than be completely off the mark and really struggling to make sure we get everything done in time. Back to the list. The only things that I haven't really shown you that also happened when I was prepping to move was all of the hours spent researching, exploring different places to stay, different areas, accommodation, cheapest flight costs, and all the different research that I did around even how much we would need to budget. I spent hours and hours and hours on the computer making sure that we had all of this stuff down so that it wouldn't mean that we got to Bali and were hit with a sledgehammer of unexpected bills, that we booked the wrong place entirely and we're ending up in either like a really grubby place to stay or somewhere that didn't feel safe. All of these things were sort of under consideration. And then the second half of the list was all the boring stuff, all of the like physical admin that we had to do to make sure that we could move out of our house in time,
to make sure that we were handing it back to our wonderful landlord in the same condition that we got it, and all those sorts of things to take into consideration as well.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have more videos just like this one in the run up to leaving ready for Bali. We're almost there. I feel like you can see I've made some really good progress in this video. We've really gotten to a point where a lot of the stuff is done. We've got visas, we've got planes booked. So they're the big bits. And now it's just about sorting out our house here for the most part. Don't forget, I'm doing a much more day-to-day type of series over on my TikTok and Instagram. So make sure that you give those a follow, and I will see you in the next video.